Good morning, students. I hope you are fine and written your periodic written test 1 successfully. And no doubt many of you have scored well. Ultimately, what I can say, your preparation was good, and as a result, you have scored well, and everybody knows your marks also, how much marks you have scored. Okay, now that part is over. Now we have to get ready for our half yearly examination, and some more chapters has to be covered. So today we will go for one more very important chapter in the algebra, and that is about the quadratic equations. No doubt this is not a new chapter for you. You have learned the basic idea of the quadratic equation, then the factorization method. Okay, how to find out the factors of a given quadratic equation, how to find out the roots of the equation. These things you have learned in the class 8, even in the class 9 also. Okay. But in detail about this chapter we will discuss today. Let us see first what are these quadratic equations. Everybody says, sir, the quadratic equations are those equations whose highest degree is 2. No doubt. We know that the highest degree is 1 of any quadratic equation. The highest, if in any equation if the highest degree is 1, we call it as a linear equation. The equation whose highest degree is 2, we call it as a quadratic equation. The equation whose highest degree is 3, we call it as a cubic equation. The quadratic equations whose highest degree is 4, we call it as a biquadratic. Okay. So what we can say, we will start the chapter quadratic equation. Quadratic equations. So what are these quadratic equations? The equations whose highest degree is 2. Highest degree is 2 is called quadratic equation. Is called quadratic equation. This is one definition what we can say for the quadratic equation. The same quadratic equation can be defined in another way also. The second way of defining the equations which are in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. See, highest degree is 2. X square, x is the variable, highest degree is 2. No doubt, this is called as a quadratic equation, but which are in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. But there are some conditions out there where a is not equals to 0. The first condition, a should not be equals to 0, and a, b, c are real numbers. Okay, the equations which are in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equals to 0 and a, b, c are real numbers, are called quadratic equations. Quadratic equations. Let us take some examples for quadratic equation. Examples. See, if it is a quadratic equation, its highest degree must be 2. But I never say there must be 3 terms. No, I can say the highest degree is 2. Say for example, I will write 9x square plus 8x plus 30 is equal to 0. See, what are the conditions? The first term a should not be equals to 0. What happens if the first term is 0? If the first term is 0, then this entire term becomes 0 and it will be a linear equation. So that is the reason they say the first term ax square, a should not be equals to 0, because if it is 0, we can say the entire equation becomes a linear equation. It will not be a quadratic. So we say the first term should not be equals to 0. Let us take some more examples. Some more examples. We can say 8x square minus 9 is equals to 0. 2x square plus 19x is equals to 0. Okay. These are all the examples for quadratic equations. X square minus 4 is equals to 0. 3x square plus 7x minus 9 is equal to 0. These are all the examples. They are in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Okay. So in this chapter, the very first important thing what we have to learn, by seeing the equation, is it possible to say whether the given equations are quadratic or not? Okay. So I will give some examples to you. See here. We will take some examples. If I give 8x square minus 19x plus 25 is equal to 0, everybody say yes, definitely it is a quadratic equation. But if I slightly change it, I write like this: x plus 3 into x plus 2 is equals to x square plus 5x minus 4. Or I will slightly change it, is equals to 5x minus 4. This much will I have given. Now we have to check whether it is a quadratic equation or not. What I will do? First I will simplify binomial to binomial. I will start from here: x into x, x square, x into 2, 2x. From here 3 into x, 3x, 3 into 2, 6 is equals to 5x minus 4. Let me simplify. X square plus 5x plus 6. I will shift it to the LHS. Minus 5x, shift it to the LHS. Plus 4 is equals to 0. Plus 5x minus 5x cancel. X square plus 10 is equals to 0. Definitely this is a quadratic equation. Let me go for one more example. X plus 2 into x minus 2 is equals to x into x minus 5. Just by seeing the problem, definitely it is not possible to say whether the given equation is quadratic or not unless you simplify it. And what I want to say you, after seeing the problem, if you want to decide whether the given problem is quadratic or not, just by seeing the problem it is not at all possible. You have to simplify it. Come on. Let me start. Binomial into binomial. I will start from here. X into x, x square. X into minus 2, minus 2x. I will start from here. 2 into x plus 2x. Plus 2 into minus 2, minus 4 is equals to, open the bracket, x into x, x square, x into minus 5 is minus 5x. Okay? Plus 2x minus 2x cancel. What is left? X square minus 4. Let me shift it to the LHS. X square minus x square minus 5x to the LHS plus 5x is equal to 0. Plus x square minus x square gets cancelled. What is left out? 5x minus 4. 5x minus 4 is equal to 0. Definitely this is not a quadratic equation. Ultimately, what I want to say, my dear children, whenever an equation is given to you and they ask whether the given equations are quadratic or not, your work is to simplify. After the simplification, if the highest degree is 2, not that, then only we can say it is a quadratic equation. In this example, after simplification, you got it a linear, highest degree is only 1. Definitely you got a quadratic equation. See here, after the simplification, you got a equation x square plus 10 is equal to 0. You got a equation of highest degree 2. So you can see it is a quadratic equation. Sometimes it so happens here, the equation will be given like this. X square plus 5x minus 4 is equals to x square plus 8x minus 13. By seeing the problem, what do you feel? No, it is a highest degree is 2. And you say it is a quadratic equation. But unfortunately, it is not a quadratic equation. I will show you. I will bring all the terms to the one side. What happens? X square plus 5x minus 4. Bring it to the LHS minus x square. Take it to the LHS minus 8x. Take it to the LHS plus 30 is equals to 0. X square is cancelled. What is left out? Plus 5x minus 8x gives you minus 3x. Minus 4 plus 13 gives you plus 9 is equals to 0. My dear children, this is definitely not a quadratic equation because after the simplification, the highest degree become 1. So this is a linear equation but not a quadratic equation. What we have learnt in the quadratic equation so far, just by seeing the problem, it is not possible to tell whether the equations are quadratic or not. If it is simple equation, you can say, but when it is given in a product form, or LHS also some expression is given, RHS also some expression is given, in that case, it is not possible to tell directly. First, it has to be simplified. After the simplification, if the highest degree is 2, then only you can say that equation is a quadratic equation. Now we are coming to the important, very important part of this chapter, that is finding the roots of the quadratic equation. Finding the roots. Now we are having the second part, finding the roots, or I can say solutions. Finding the roots or the solutions of the equation. How to find the roots or the solutions of the equation, or how to solve the quadratic equations. My dear children, we have 3 different methods to solve the quadratic equation, or I can say we have 3 different ways to find the roots of the quadratic equation. The first method is factorization. The second method is the formula method. And the third method is completing the square method. These are the 3 different methods to find the solutions of the equation. And today we will discuss only about the factorization. Okay? This is a very important part. Lot of problems are there, but I will try my level best to convince you how these problems are solved. But my dear children, they are not new. You have learned in the class 8, you learned in the class 9. Even then, many of the students are unable to factorize the given equation. Okay? So let us start. Okay? Let us take a problem. Say 3x square minus 16x plus 16 is equals to 0. Okay? 4x square plus 13x plus 10 is equals to 0. My dear children, I have taken 2 examples, and you have to notice that in both my problems the last sign is positive. See, in the later stage you may get another type of problem where the last sign is negative also. But now I will focus on only those problems where the last sign is positive. Okay, listen very carefully. Okay, my children, when the large sign is positive, now what is our work? This method is called as factorization, or we also call this as splitting the middle term. this middle term has to be split into two parts. The middle term has to be split into two parts. Okay. Now see, last term is positive. That means for the middle terms we have two options. Both middle terms can be positive or both middle terms can be negative. This is a very important point you have to keep in your mind. I will repeat once again. If the last sign is positive, if I don't bother about the middle sign. No. First you listen what I am telling. Whenever the problem is given, my first focus should go on the last sign. If the last sign is positive, for the middle terms we have two options. Either both middle terms can be positive or both middle terms can be negative. Why? See, this is the product part. Plus into plus is also plus. Minus into minus is also plus. So whenever the last sign is positive, this is the pattern. Both plus middle terms or both minus. Now how I should find it? See, I will say like this. 16 3s are 48. The product of the two numbers must be 48. The product of the two numbers must be 48, and on adding you should get 16. On adding you should get 16. Some students may be confusing. I will tell you once again, very slowly. Listen it very comfortably. Understand it. Okay. 16 3s are 48. That means you have to find two numbers. When you multiply those two numbers, the product must be 48. And those two numbers must be added. After adding, the sum must be 16. The sum must be 16. On adding, don't see this minus sign. Don't see this minus sign. On adding 16, on multiplying 48. Which are the middle terms? To find the middle terms, what is the method you have to use? Let me start. What is the method to be used? Okay. See, how we can write 48? See, 2 24s are 48. Just you check. 24 2s are 48. On adding 24 plus 2 26, but you need 16. No chance. Again 2 12s. See here. Multiply these 2 2s are 4, 12. 12 4s are 48. 12 plus 4 is equals to 16. Oh, the middle terms are 12 and 4. See, on adding 16, on multiplying 48. But what about the sign? I have told you, when the last sign is positive, the middle terms will be both positive or both negative. But which side I have to give? That will be decided by this sign. If this is negative, both must be minus. See, both must be minus. Middle terms are minus 12 and minus 4 are the middle terms. Now we check. Multiply. Minus into minus plus 12 4s are 48. Then minus 12 minus 4, when you add, you are getting minus 16 as the answer. So this is the way the problem has to be solved. Now I understand the middle terms are minus 12 and minus 4. Now I will start. See how to write. The first and last term I will not change anything. 3x square. Now the 16x has to be split. As what is the middle terms we got? Minus 12 and minus 4. I will write here minus 12x minus 4x plus 16 is equals to 0. My dear children, the name of the heading of the question is factorization, means splitting the middle term. I have split this middle term into two parts. 16x I have written as minus 12x and minus 4x. Okay, and the first and the last term remains the same. Now 3 terms becomes 4. I will just make into groups. What I can take common? I can take here 3x and take common into bracket. X minus 4. See, 3 4s are 12x. Out of these two I can take minus 4 is a common, then what is left inside? From here, only x is left out. Whenever the minus sign is taken as a common, this sign will change. This plus becomes here minus, or if it is minus, this becomes here plus. Keep in mind. So because minus into minus is equals to plus, and 4 4s are 16 is equals to 0. Inside the bracket, the terms must be same. Inside the bracket, terms must be same. The same, the common term I can write it once. It is x minus 4 into 3x minus 4 is equals to 0. X minus 4 is equals to 0, or 3x minus 4 is equals to 0. Therefore, x is equals to plus 4. Here, 3x is equals to plus 4. Therefore, x is equals to 4 by 3. So, the roots of the equations are 4 or 4 by 3 is the answer. Now, let me go for one more. My dear children, now I will tell you one thing. Whenever the problem is given, see its last sign. Very, very simple. Only thing you have to understand. Whenever the equation is given, see the last sign. Last sign is this. If this is positive, fix in your mind the middle term has only two options, either plus plus or minus minus. I will repeat it, I am telling you. Once again I am telling you. Whenever the last sign is positive, the chances for the middle terms are two, either plus plus or minus minus. That means middle terms must be added. Minus minus also added, plus plus also to be added, because you know that when both are minus, we are adding the terms. So whenever the last sign is positive, then for the middle terms we have two options, either plus plus or minus minus. Which has to be chosen? That will be decided by this. If this is positive, choose both plus plus. If this is negative, choose both minus minus. Ultimately, if the last sign is positive, it must be either plus plus or both minus minus. Okay? Now, come on. Here, last sign is positive. That means middle terms must be added. 10 4s are 40. That means product must be 40. On adding, it must be 13. On adding, it must be 13. So I will teach you another method of solving. Very, very simple. Let me start. How we can write this 40? What are the different ways to write? 140 is a 40. Okay? Add 40 plus 1, 41, but we want 13. No, this is wrong option. I will say 2 20s are 40, 22s are 40, but add it will be 22. No, I want 30. It is also wrong option. With 3, it is not possible to divide. I will go for 4 10s are 40. 4 10s are 40. Add it. 10 plus 4, 14, but we want 13. Wrong option. I will go for the next. 5 8s are 40. 5 8s are 40. Add it. 5 plus 8 is equal to 13. You got the answer. Middle terms are 5 and 8. But which 5 and which 8? Either plus plus or minus minus. Who will decide? That will be decided by this sign. This is positive. Take both plus plus. This is minus. Take both minus minus. So which are the middle terms now? 5 and 8. Which 5? Which 8? Both are positive. Plus 5 and plus 8. Now there will be a doubt for the student. Which term should be taken first? Either 8 should be taken first or 5 should be taken first. My dear children, any term you can take first. Absolutely no problem. Either 8 can be taken first or 5 can be taken first. With that, there will be no difference in the answer. Come on. 4x square plus 5x plus 8x plus 10 is equals to 0. I will take only x as a common, otherwise nothing can be taken out. X can be taken out and will be 4x plus 5. Here I can take 2 as a common plus 2 as a common. What is inside? It is 4x plus 2. How much that then? 5s are 10 is equals to 0. See, both terms are same inside the bracket. It must come. Otherwise, somewhere you have done the mistake. Keep in mind, both terms must be same. I can write it once. 4x plus 5 into club these two, x plus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, I can write 4x plus 5 is equals to 0 or x plus 2 is equals to 0. Therefore, 4x is equals to minus 5. Therefore, x is equals to minus 5 by 4. Here I can say x is equals to minus 2. So, the roots are either minus 5 by 4 or minus 2 are the roots of the equation. Now, before I take the last sign as negative, let us solve one or two problems again for your practice. I will take one more problem. Now let me take 6x square minus 14x plus 4 is equals to 0. Let me take one more problem for you. 8x square it is plus 14x plus 4 is equals to 0. Let me take one more example. We say 9x square plus 13x plus 4 is equals to 0. So again there are three more problems in front of me. My dear children, the point to be noted, unfortunately everywhere is plus 4 only, and let me change it. Let me change this problem. Everywhere otherwise all plus 4 only, okay? I can take plus 6 here, okay? I can say 19x plus 6. No. Okay, students? But one thing to be noticed here, everywhere your last sign is positive. Everywhere the last sign is positive. See, last sign positive, your mind should work. Last sign positive, the middle terms are both plus plus or middle terms are both minus minus. And plus plus or minus minus in both cases we are adding. Plus plus also to be added. Minus minus also to be added. This point has to be kept in mind. Okay. Now I will tell you on multiplying 24. On multiplying 6 4s are on multiplying 24. On adding 14. Some students are making the mistake. They feel that minus 14. On subtracting they are taking as 14. Answer wrong. On multiplying 24 and on adding it must be 14. On adding it must be 14. Come on. But middle term sign either plus plus or minus minus. How to start? Let me start from here. 24. How we can write 24? 1 24s are 24. Multiply it with 24. On adding it will be 25. But we want on adding 14. No. 2 12s are 24. Oh, 2 12s are 24. Adding it will give 40. So middle terms are 2 and 12. But which 2 and which 12? I have told you it has two chances, both plus plus or both minus minus. But which has to be chosen? If this is not your choice, my dear children, it is not your choice. This is the choice of this. When this is minus, I have to give minus sign for both. It will be minus 12 and minus 2. Come on, how to write? It is 6x square. This I will break into two parts. Minus 2x minus 12x plus 4 is equals to 0. See, this minus 40 will break into two parts. Minus 2 and minus both minus minus because minus sign is here. Okay. Grouping. What can be taken? 2x can be taken as a common into bracket. 3x minus 1. 3x minus 1. See, 6x square. 2x has come out. 2 3s are 6. X into x square minus 2 1s are 2 x as it is. And what can be taken as a common here? Minus 3 can be taken as common. Oh, sorry, minus 4 can be taken as common. And I have told you whenever terms must be same. It is 3x minus 1 into 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. These two common, write it once. Club these two, write it once again. Write it once. These two common, write once. Clubbing these two, write once is equal to 0. Okay, from there I can separate 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. 3x is equal to plus 1. X is equal to 1 by 3 is one of the roots. And here I can write 2x is equal to plus 4. X is equal to 4 by 2. Answer is 2. This is the one more root of the equation. Come on. Let me go for the next problem. Okay. On multiplying, you should get 48. On multiplying, you should get 48. And on adding, you should get 19. On adding, you should get 19. On multiplying 48, on adding 19. Come on, how to start? 148 is 48. Product is 48, but adding to 49, but we want 19. No. 2 24s are 48. Add it. 26, but we want 19. No. 3 16s are 48. Multiply 16 are 48. Add it. 16 plus 3 is equal to 19. Yes, the middle terms are 3 and 16 or 16 and 3. But the question is which side has to be given? Which side has to be given? Because we know that whenever the last sign is positive, we have two options for the middle terms, either plus plus or minus minus. How to choose? That will be decided by this. This is plus, no doubt, both should be given positive, positive, plus and plus. Yes, see here, since it is minus, I have given both minus minus. Now it is plus here, so I have given plus plus. Come on, how to write? 8x square plus, break this 19x, 19x, break this 19x. Okay, 3 and 16, you can write 3 and 16 or 16 and 3, that makes no difference. I will write plus 3x plus 16x plus 6 is equal to 0. First term as it is, last term as it is, only the middle term is to break into two parts. Grouping, I can take only x as a common into bracket 8x plus 3. What I can take a common here out of these two? Out of these two I can take just 2 as a common plus 2 as a common into bracket. 2 how much are 16? 8s are 16. 2 how much are 6? 2 3s are 6 is equal to 0. See, 8x plus 3 and 8x plus 3 both are same. Write it once, 8x plus 3. Club these two, write it once. X plus 2 is equal to 0. I can write 8x plus 3 is equal to 0. 8x is equal to minus 3. Therefore, x is equal to minus 3 by 8. If I come to this end, this is x plus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, 2 will be shifted to RHS. X is equal to minus 2. Is the second root of the equation. My dear children, now you may be familiar with this problem. See, so far I have not taken any problem with a minus sign. Probably I will teach you next. Again, there is one more problem. I feel you are quite comfortable now to solve the problem. You pause the video, solve yourself. On multiplying, 9 4s are 36. On multiplying 36 and on adding it must be 13. On adding we must get 13. Whatever the sign, we'll discuss later. Okay, first let us find the middle terms. So on how to write 36? 136 are 36, but on adding 13, no. 2 18s are 36, on adding 20, but we want 13, no. 3 12s are 36. Product is 36, but adding we are getting 15, but we want 13. This is also wrong. 4 9s are 36. Product is 36. On adding 9 plus 4 is equal to 13. So this is the right option. 4 and 9 or 9 and 4. which sign has to be given. What is the sign? Check this. If this is positive, if this is positive, both are positive, positive. If this is negative, I will change it now. I will change it now. I will make this negative. I will make this negative. That is no difference. Only I have to change the sign as minus minus. That much only. If this is plus, both are plus plus. If this is minus, both are minus. I will change the sign. I will change it already. Okay, and I will solve it. It is 9x square. Now it is minus. So both sides must be negative, negative. I can take 4 first or 9 first. That makes no difference. I will take 9 first. Minus 9x minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. I have repeatedly telling you, first term same, last term same. Only the middle term has to be broken into 2 parts. Come on. What is the common I can take? 9x as a common into bracket. What is left from inside? 9x square. 9x has come out. X minus 1. Out of these two, I can take 4 as a common. What is left from inside? X. Whenever the minus is common, this side will change. Plus becomes minus. 4 ones are 4 is equals to 0. So it is x minus 1 into 9x minus 4 is equals to 0. X minus 1 is equals to 0. Therefore, x is equals to plus 1. Here, 9x minus 4 is equals to 0. Therefore, 9x is equals to plus 4. Therefore, x is equals to 4 by 9 is the roots or the solutions of the equation. My dear children, around 6 to 7 problems we have solved, all with the positive sign at the end. The middle term can be positive, can be negative, but one thing has to be kept in mind. Last sign positive, keep in mind. If last sign positive, the middle terms are either plus plus or minus minus. Either plus plus or minus minus. Because plus plus has to be added, minus minus has to be added. But out of those two, which has to be taken? That will be decided by this sign. This is negative, both are minus minus. If this is plus, both are plus plus. We will learn more. Okay, first you know all these things.